Good evening, ladies and germs. And it's an emergency because I don't know, because I just felt like saying it was an emergency. It's a drama, it's a tea explosion, ladies and gentlemen. But welcome all you cool cats and kittens. Remember that? Remember all you cool cats and kittens? Oy. That's a rough one. That was way back when. But we got an interesting little tea time here this evening. I am excited. I mean, like, okay. So obviously, we'll go over that. Give me a second. Let me tweet this out that we are currently live on the internet. Idubbbz takes an L yet again. Comment Idubbbz L. Let's take a gander. I have a DM on twitter.com. Want to make sure that it's nothing serious. No, it's nothing serious. All right. Let me find my wonderful Idubbbz thumbnail and post that to twitter.com. I hope everybody is doing good this fine America Eve. Tomorrow is America Day, where we celebrate the birth of George Washington. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Why is your stream so delayed? YouTube stuff. I have normal latency on, right? But the Stream Elements bot, so like all of my bot stuff, so like the TTS and all that stuff should work. You know, so cool. But yeah, stuff usually isn't delayed. It's just that there's like problems on the back end sometimes with Stream Elements. But I noticed that Stream Elements bot turned on when I started this stream. So that's good. But there still might be bugs because I don't know why this has been a problem. It might have to do with the bitrate of the stream for some reason. We're at 6,000 kilobits. But, you know, that's, hopefully that's not the case today. Hopefully that's not. Because I like it when TTS reads out the donos. Not that I have a problem reading out donos or anything. But, yeah, the stream is delayed by a good 15 seconds. Just in case, I don't know, somebody has a gamer moment or something. I could probably put it to low latency, though, in the future. But, yeah. Did you hear that Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson finally spoke out against Colleen Ballinger? That is also in our list of topics today. But I figured we'll talk Idubbbz first because there's been a lot and all that. How do you manage to always stream when I have a headache? So that way I can make it worse. That's the point. I went live specifically to spite you, Silent. But yeah. There's that. Let's go over to the tea sister, right? So Creator Clash lost money, right? Creator Clash lost money, and I am drinking Compound VG Fuel this evening. And yeah, for some reason, Harley is somehow stacking just as many L's as Idubbbz. But yeah, so basically, Creator Clash 2 is in the red by about $250,000, which means the money and funds to these charities can't go out. Um, obviously, the charities not making bread is bad and very sad. And I am not dogging on the loss of money towards those people, right? Towards the charities. What I am dogging on is the management for Creator Clash being so bad that they lost the money. There's a lot of reasons, and I've talked about these before, right? Where no wonder you can never sleep. I have a really high caffeine tolerance, but I just want to make sure that I'm awake for stream so I can be entertaining, right? But the lack of money that they had is directly the reason is because their management is poor. Okay, right? That is just the bare facts of it, right? Because this is a top-down decision that caused everybody to be out of bread for this event, right? And the people at the top are people like Ian, and Anissa was a fight promoter for this, so assumedly she's near the top as well. They hired a marketing agency for this as well, which I said on a previous stream, until the tea happened, I did not hear about this. All right? I didn't hear about it. Like, did anybody, like, oh, okay, obviously, you know, you guys might be dialed into different things, but my job is to be dialed into the internet. If I didn't hear about Creator Clash, that sounds like it might have been a problem, right? I think that's not very difficult to say. It's not a very outrageous thing to say, right? But yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to lose. That's a lot of money to be in the red. And there's some other stuff that we got here with this that'll back it up. But we'll get through all of that. Yeah, I bet you set up kind of a lackluster lineup and have a huge drama that alienates potential viewer base and spend as much as they did on literally everything else. It's just bad math. Yeah, so I actually have that clip thanks to a member of our Discord. Unless you are that member and you just have a different name. But they were able to do that and provide the necessary info for it. Would have loved to see you box at Creator Clash too. Well, you know, I'm irrelevant, so. But maybe one day when I'm much more important, right? But I do have that. Boom. They lost a lot of the revenue on pirating and not the drama. That turned a lot of people away from the event. But yeah, we'll watch Ian's response. Now, I have like, listen, if you're a fella in the audience with a mullet, great for you. You do you, boo, but I can't stand mullets on dudes, right? Like, mullets are, I have designated mullets after talking to my lesbian and bisexual friends. It is only for them. Right? I hate mullets. I look at Ian and I legitimately like get frustrated at his appearance. I don't care if you think he's a cuck. I really don't give a shit. But I just cannot deal with his fucking haircut. I just can't. And that is literally why I hate watching his content, is because of that. He looks dirty. You know what I mean? And listen, I get it. I haven't shaved, but I just don't like it. I just don't. Maybe I'm just really shallow, right? Cut off that ridiculous ponytail. Absolutely not. I just listen. I knew the second I said something about the mullet, I was gonna get something about that, right? I did have a top knot, but I've let it grow out, right? So that's where I've been at. But my curls are natural, and they're just, you know, I can have an afro if I wanted to. I just choose not to. I'm done. The 80s are not coming back, okay? The 80s, I'm done with the 80s throwback stuff. I'm done with it. Ponytails are important. It's something to hold on to. I don't think I'm in that position. Pretty idiot. All right, let me turn off reactives. Reactives are also bugging out. I don't know what's going on. I need to fix all this shit on my back end, so I'm hoping it's okay. You went from looking like a nerd in the gym class to the gym teacher to unemployed former gym teacher. Thank you, Cloudy. I'm glad that I give you something to look at. Diesel, as a fellow Latino, how hasn't your grandma just chopped your hair off? All my grandmothers are dead. People are allowed to have preferences.
Hello,
yeah,
everyone.
But I'm the streamer, so I'm allowed to be the one that makes all the hot takes that put me on LSF, right?
I have some bad news to share with you. I really don't want to share it. I feel terrible. This year has been a rough one, but...
This is so depressing, right? Like, by the time most of this drama stuff was over, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then he has to keep coming out and giving statements on everything. And it's just terrible. None of your damn business. Throwing out the 20. Thank you, Oil Daddy. Hey.
Probably won't be around for long, so wanted to throw some money at you before I go.
Thank you, none of your damn business. And see, guys, it works again. I don't know why it didn't work that last time. But thank you for that 20. The bread keeps me going, and none of your damn business. You're very based. But yeah. And he's looking really rough, right? This guy goes and becomes a boxer full time. Not only does he make no money, he makes negative money. That is very bad. That's a very bad. I have some bad news to share with you. Oh man, what a horrible setup. It's like preparing you for the worst.
This is the path that I chose, so I think it's best to be transparent. For Creator Clash 2, despite it being a fun event and despite good fights and a lot of creators sacrificing a lot of time, money, and energy, we lost $250,000 on the event. The way
that like just the defeat in his eyes is just so sad. It is like, I don't give a shit about his marriage or what his wife does as a job. I don't fucking care. But his confidence is completely gone, right? Like, it's just gone. And it's very depressing because, you get out what you put into the world, right? And it just shows that I think his priorities are misaligned personally. You know what I mean? And yeah. Like what? We're gonna do maybe around 100 people will come watch this stream. Ian's not doing that much better. He's averaging like 300 viewers on Twitch. That's a horrible look for somebody like him who has 7.5 million subscribers. That's really insane. Why does he worry his wife's OnlyFans makes more money? I don't like him at all, but there's this air of self-perpetuating negativity and self-hatred that exudes from Ian in the current space, right? And obviously, I'm not the person I was 5 years ago, right? I'm not that guy. You do a lot of growing in your 20s. That's normal, right? But when you go through that growing, you become a better person. And sure, Ian's doing that or whatever, and you grow constantly throughout your life, right? Nobody gives a fuck about his gaming streams. But, the part of growing older is being able to accept that you've made some mistakes in the past. you don't want to be on your deathbed being frustrated about the mistakes you made when you were younger, right? So there's two ways to handle that, right? You either live a life that you don't have those regrets, or you come to terms that with, okay, I've made some mistakes and now I'm more prepared for the future and I'm a better person and I can do more things and life has meaning, right? All that stuff. And he's just chosen to be neither happy or any of that. He doesn't seem super happy or content. Yes, yeah, 100%. And it's like, I don't agree with a lot of his values or where he thinks he is or any of that. But part of it is that you look at him and he's just so unhappy with himself that how could that be the right direction if he's so fucking miserable, you know?
This typically works for anyone who's unaware, is that once our expenses are paid off for the event, like all the minimums of like, you know, broadcasting, the hotel, travel, all that sort of stuff, once that's all paid off, then we can start paying the charities. Unfortunately, we didn't even reach the break-even point, right? We're $250,000 in the red. I foolishly thought that the success of last year should be a minimum, you know, a minimum for what we are able to do this year. And that wasn't true. There was a lot more to think about. I thought, okay, you know, we're bringing on more talent, we're bringing on more creators. That should translate to more pay-per-view buys.
No, that uncool Greg becoming a member of the gas station. Thank you, Greg, for doing that. Based Greg.
Inviting more creator guests, I think that should translate to more pay-per-view buys. This is our second time doing the event, so more people are going to know about it. So I thought that would translate to pay-per-view buys.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about pay-per-view buys, right? So you want talent that is relevant for a creator influencer boxing event. You want interesting picks and lineups that create drama, suspense, characters, right? There's something to be said about like a fighting game like Street Fighter where everybody's a character, right? Say what you will about Boogie and Wings and how ridiculous that fight was just on its own existence, right? But they're characters. They have these certain auras, right? That lets you kind of pick your favorites and all of that. And a lot of these creators that were in the event have young audiences. And something I've noticed, right, is that when I had a much younger audience, they like weren't as willing to like sign up for a Patreon. And this is just the brass taxes of like creator business, right? So, you know, this is just being upfront, right? I would hang around a lot of people who make Reddit content. The Reddit people usually have younger people. And as a result of that, those people can't spend money like that in that way. You're asking people to buy what? It was a $30, $40 pay-per-view payment. And a lot of these creators have audience members that are like 16, don't have disposable income. People who watch fights usually have a little bit more disposable income. I'm not saying go around and find people that just have an older audience, but they didn't do anything that would have translated or make any picks that would have translated to any of that, right? Those things are important. Another thing is important is advertising. Nobody advertised this. There was no drama, no nothing, no anything, right? There just wasn't. And then the drama happens. Now everybody hears about it, right? I watched Creator Clash 2 in a Discord server, and a lot of other streamers did as well, so only one person paid for it. So I'll admit that. I'm part of the problem. But we watched it, and I wasn't going to watch it because I didn't care about the people in the lineup, right? But the drama happens, now I care about it. But I care about it for the wrong fucking reasons, which is exactly why I didn't want to put money down to watch it. But when the Danson card came up for Bookie versus Wings, I put money down for that, right? And listen, maybe I'm an asshole for not paying for a fucking charity boxing event. But would it have mattered? Because clearly it didn't, because they couldn't break even. They had tons of sponsors too, and they still didn't break even.
We did half as well as we did the first year. 50,000 compared to 100,000 the first year. So I was wrong.
So you did half as well. So it was half as relevant. You didn't market to anybody. You didn't do any of the necessary steps as an individual, as a business person. That's insane. Like, you did half as well as the first year? How is that possible? A 50% decline in sales is incredibly bad. I'm not saying I sell coffee hand over fist, right? But we maintain a consistent few orders a month, right? And a lot of that is through me streaming here to all of you and, telling you all about my wonderful coffee business that is fair trade and serves coffee in biodegradable packaging at manapotioncoffee.com. If you use code D10 at checkout, you get a little bit off your order. It's very based. At some point, guys, I'm going to have to retire to D10, by the way. We're actually losing money because of that. But, I obviously everybody likes the coffee too, but it might have done better if they pushed the marketing for Chris Ray Gun getting his shit pushed in. Come see Anissa's ex get curb stomped by a muscular black man. Here's the thing. I don't think Anissa and Chris ever dated. Okay? As far as I'm aware, they never did. But there's so many things they could have done. I remember hearing more about Creator Clash 1 than the second one. I was less chronically online back then. I heard about the first one because I thought the setup between Idubbbz and Dr. Mike was hilarious. And that's part of why I watched, because I wanted to see that.
And I feel a lot of shame because a lot of people were trusting me and trusting our team to, protect the event and protect the charities and protect just the whole thing. It feels particularly bad because this isn't like a regular business where it's all a personal loss and I can just be like, oh, okay, I suck at business, and I walk away from it. All of the other fighters were, hoping that their charities got represented and got supported for all their hard work. But we didn't have any anti-piracy measures. We weren't prepared to deal with what ended up happening. I mean, I was just thinking, like, let's just avoid catastrophe. As long as there's, not, I don't know, like a bomb threat.
What? I don't know. Like, all of these other pay-per-view sporting events have contingencies to deal with piracy. Like, that's just incredible.
Or injuries or anything crazy, we should be fine. This should just be like the first year. I don't want it to be more complicated.
Idubbbz versus his wife's top of dono would be 10/10ths.
Chris Ray Gun versus Idubbbz would be funny. I think there's a humongous height difference there, but it's not like it fucking matters to anyway, because apparently safety's not at the top of the list too.
Complicated than the first year. It ended up being a lot more complicated. Amongst the 800 pirated streaming sites, there were between 1.3 and 3 million viewers. So even though there were around 50,000 pay-per-view buys, there were around 1.3 to 3 million viewers, people who actually watched the full broadcast. And that's a little bit reassuring. It makes me feel like, okay, people maybe do want to watch this. They just didn't, they just either couldn't afford it or just didn't want to support what I had going on.
Crazy, Ian. Crazy. It's almost like being a dick kind of ruins that. People aren't as charitable when you're an asshole. Wow. I don't understand, right? Like, you get into business as a YouTuber And it's just like you take no lessons from any of your prior ventures. You know, I didn't just rush into the fucking coffee thing having tried no other business like before this, right? This is like our third or fourth thing that we're trying. Like, why is he making this video? It feels like a self-report. Here's why, right? Because when nobody gets paid, what's worse? Idubbbz didn't pay me for my work at Creator Clash, or, hi, I'm Idubbbz and I can't pay anybody for their work. Right? You don't want to be Idubbbz in that situation.
If it's 1 or 2 steps to pirate it, but it's 3 or 4 steps to stream it legitimately, people are going to take the pirating option every time.
Yes, that is literally what Gabe Newell says about Steam. Literally that. It was very like I don't get it.
I think we also had a big streamer audience. That's who we are appealing to. I really like the live stream audience. You know, people who want to watch these events live, and they watch things on Twitch and YouTube, and they get it all for free generally. So I think it was, in a lot of ways, bad to appeal to that crowd and not give away the stream for free. I think a lot of them felt like, well, this should be something that's free, especially if you have ads in it. Aside from the pirating, we did have higher expenses this year. It was a bigger arena. We went to the Amalie Arena, so it was twice as big. We paid more for broadcasting. So broadcasting team did a lot more elaborate shit, and there was a lot more staff involved. We did a creator hotel. So we bought out a hotel to make sure all the creators had a safe place that they can stay. It actually ended up being good that we got the creator hotel, because all the hotels shot up in price like a couple weeks after we locked in the creator hotel, because Taylor Swift was coming to town. She announced her tour dates and pretty much everything got booked up. If we didn't book the creator hotel when we did, I don't think we would have had nearly as many creators show up to show support. And our pay-per-view numbers actually...
Could he get sued for this? I feel like he could get sued for this. Shit. I mean, that would be bad. Could you imagine these charities coming after him for the bread? I know. Like, I feel like advertising for this event should have been much higher up on the list. You know? How many people watched the stream and didn't just watch the Boogie Wings recap? I know a lot of people that just watch the Boogie Wings recap, but I'm actually interested in influencer fighting, but I've been interested in combat sports since before it was popular.
Could have been hurt by that. We also had events the day before the fight and the day after the fight, so that, fighters and friends and family could come together and process their trauma. That was... What
the fuck are you talking about, process your trauma? Process the trauma of fighting? Of boxing? Listen, there's not a single time in my life where I feel more alive than when I'm in a fucking ring. Okay? Like, doing hard shit is the best feeling on earth. Period. Process the trauma of what? Sam Hyde? I don't know. Process the trauma of Twitter beef? What is the trauma?
Sort of paramount for me, because the first year we did the fight and then I went to bed. I got the shit kicked out of me by Dr. Mike, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up, the hotel was empty, and then I got on a flight and traveled 5 hours with my face completely swollen.
Oh yeah, but why what? They had no like medical before and after.
Back to Seattle, and I was like, that was cool. That was so worth it. There was nothing. There was no processing my trauma. There was no...
Wait. You don't got that dog in you, Ian. You don't got that dog in you, bro. What are you talking about, processing the trauma of getting your ass beat by Dr. Mike? Did your trainer not tell you, listen, Dr. Mike is built like a brick shithouse. It's going to be a fucking hard fight. You're going to need to really dig in if you want to beat this guy. Wait. What are you talking about? Good fight gave you trauma. Don't get in the ring again. Don't get in the ring again. Period. Do not get in the ring again. You are not built for it, bro. You're just not.
Talking to anyone and relating about the experience afterward, everyone was gone. And
Well, like, oh yeah, I mean, he wanted to talk with the fighters about the fight after the fight, but that's not like processing trauma. Like, what? Man really wanted to go do contact sports, but complains about getting hit and calling it trauma.
that shit felt awful. So yeah, some of these things that might seem extraneous, in my opinion, were entirely necessary, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, as evidenced by the pay-per-view streams, it wouldn't have made a difference because we did half as many pay-per-view sales. So we also had to pay for more fighters this year. The first year it was 18. This year it was 24. I thought bringing in more fighters would just lead to more pay-per-view buys.
I don't understand the lack of market research in this entire business venture. Considering the upfront cost of it, you would assume that market research would be at the forefront before going into any of this. Like, bruh. Like, I get it. Having a creator hotel is good. Having the space is good. Fucking, I don't know. Maybe the space to process your trauma is just how he's describing medical screenings. But like, that's good too. That's like mandatory, right? You don't want somebody to get a fucking concussion or like what? AB broke his ribs in the fight with dad, right? Like, but I genuinely am really aware of like the internet culture. I really am. I try to be very on the nose. And I was sitting there going, who the fuck is this person? Like, I knew who Jack Manifold is simply because I have mutuals with the guy, right? But like, to some of these people, I was like, who TikTok who is this Poppy Smurf, this TikTok fuck who just walked in? What is he doing here? Yeah, I don't think it was well organized as they're saying it was. I really don't think they are. It doesn't come off that way.
But I think it just ended up costing us more, because each fighter gets a $20,000 stipend. And for anyone like confused about this or thought everyone was fighting for free, they pretty much are fighting for free. I think any of the fighters can attest to the fact that
yeah, but that's also not fighting for free, right? I was under the impression they were fighting for free, and I'm glad that he's admitting that that was the thing that people thought was happening. But let's be real here. I understand the cost of training, but most of these people in the ring are fucking millionaires. All right?
Fighting in Creator Clash is not a financial boon in any way. That $20,000.
No. The clout capital of fighting in Creator Clash, which was considered quote unquote the biggest creator influencer fighting event, right? That is a monetary boon. Okay? The conversion from that, if you were a big personality in that fight, you stood out, you probably got people watching you, people going through your content, you got residuals, okay? Like, you got shit. You got shit there, period.
Is eaten up in those 9 months that you're training. I would say that $20,000 is on the low end of what it should cost you to train in those 9 months. Because you have to pay for your trainer yourself, and you have to pay for, all of the food, the equipment, the travel, whatever you're doing to make all this shit happen. Aside from putting your streaming career or your YouTube career or TikTok on hold.
I do obstacle races practically monthly in the summer. I constantly am doing tons of shit for my physical fitness and health. I don't feel it does take up time, right? These things take up time because I train really hard. And these are things that if I don't train hard, I will get hurt, okay? I could die. I stream at night for that reason because I have shit I'm doing during the day for my fitness, for my well-being, for my business, for the people I work with, all of those things, right? I don't know why a streamer would have to put their streaming career on hold when they are training for a fight. because you just can't train for 8 hours straight a day. That's just not how it works. Like, bruh, I get it. You need to pay the trainer and to pay the crews because there are very important logistical and support people who work with these fighters. But a lot of these people are fucking loaded. Like, they are. You're telling me they had no money? A bunch of these people had the same trainer. What the fuck?
While you're training, it's not a huge reward. So I don't want...
I'm not sure if I'm in the minority when I say this, but this wouldn't have been as much of a failure if Froggy wasn't kicked off the card. Tons of people offered a lot of money for him, and Ian ignored it. Even if he took Gideon's 100K and Sam's Sam offered up like 150K, they would have just broke even if Gideon and Sam had given money. They would have just broke even. Right? So I don't even think with the money like being on the table, I don't think this would have broken even.
Anyone to think just because these fighters are getting $20,000 to basically like just be a little bit less in pain after going through all this torment and trauma.
This torment and trauma, what the fuck are you talking about? This pain? This pain, this trauma? I'm sorry, man. If you can't handle getting punched in the face, you shouldn't be signing up for an influencer boxing event. That's not a shocking thing to say. I'm literally saying the bare minimum. Okay, this is not an outrageous statement to give. Listen, obviously, it hurts getting punched in the face, but it pushes you. You know, you get stronger. Like, you get punched once, and then all of a sudden the adrenaline is running through your body like it never has in your entire life.
I don't want anyone to get shit for that because that is a minimum of what these fighters should be getting. In my opinion, they should be getting much more because it is a traumatizing event and it takes...
It's a traumatizing event. I can't believe this. Oh my God. The only thing that was traumatic about this event is the traumatic brain injury Ian suffered. Jesus.
A lot of time and dedication. That is a cost of putting on the event, in my opinion. I think other boxing promotions would like disagree that fighters should be getting paid this amount, but to each their own. What do I know? We lost $250,000 on this event.
What do I know? I lost money. Yeah, exactly. What do you know? You actually don't know.
Another thing I want to address is there are some people floating rumors around that we're pocketing money from Creator Clash, and that's extremely hurtful because it has been nothing but the opposite. I understand that some people out there don't like me.
I don't think he'd be pocketing the money. I don't think he's that much of a piece of shit. Face McMouth just tuning in. Gonna rewind to the start. Hello. Whenever you get to this. I just couldn't see him pocketing money. I couldn't see him being that guy. I don't think he's that guy. I mean, I know he's a piece of shit, and I think he's like doing all this like weird, like, oh my God, I need to flagellate myself or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I don't. He's never just struck me as that person. As a social climby optics, like weird political grifter loser, yeah, 100%. But like a embezzler, no.
Okay with that, but the thing I'm not okay with is just lying to people and making up shit for the sake of like clicks.
All right, well listen, I do want to say this. I was under the impression that the Creator Clash fighters were not getting paid, so excuse the individual for thinking you were pocketing some bread. Could that not be inferred based on the lack of communication you had with the public? I am very like forthcoming and like open about how the coffee business is run, right? The point of doing that is so people understand what happens and what's going on, right? Would it have not been important to say that, hey, the Creator Clash fighters get paid for their work? But you not saying that allows individuals to go, well, if that's happening, what else could be going on? Oh, perhaps he's pocketing the bread.
I mean, this is hard enough as it is. Like, I don't want to make this video telling people that we made half as much or we sold half as many pay-per-views as we did last year. And what I absolutely don't need is people spreading rumors about us pocketing money. This has been a financial fucking catastrophe for me. We don't need that.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Oh, man.
And we don't need any of that shit for any of our other fighters because this has been a huge sacrifice for all of them financially, specifically financially. If you want to say that they're earning boatloads of clout for fighting, sure, whatever you want to say. But this has been a huge sacrifice. I try not to view any of the pirated live streams as malicious because I think the majority of people...
This guy is such a fucking piece of shit. Oh, man. He made a mistake trying to grow his events too quickly. Wrestling promotions have made the same errors in the past. Got to grow slow and steady. Not double the size of an arena. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
You know, aren't malicious about it. I think there were 50,000 people out of 1 million plus who just said Creator Clash live stream, and like instantly a bunch of shit popped up, and it was just very easy for them to watch. And I really don't blame them for making that choice. All I'm trying to do right now in making this video is to remedy it. That's sort of what I've been grappling with over the past couple of months is like...
He grew his mullet so he could say, I'll never financially recover from this. Dude, the YouTuber apologies this year have been amazing. We got the fucking ukulele bitch. We got Mr. Mullet here. I know, they didn't even fill up the arena. They didn't even fill up the arena. Yeah, it's like... It's almost like he didn't take in any of the information from contemporaries in his field. You know what happened? You know what happened? Ian was like, Creator Clash 1 went well. Right? It went well. I know what I'm doing. We're going to double it. We're going to do so much bigger, so much better. I'm not saying that literally happened. But, you know, that whole, like, I know what I'm doing. You know, the Dunning-Kruger effect, where it's like, oh, I got into it. I definitely know what I'm doing. We'll double the size. We'll advertise this way. We'll double the amount of fighters. All that. He expanded so quickly, and then it all crashed down. Maybe they should have just taken the same venue they had last time. Maybe they didn't need to go that big. And again, yeah, like when we had watched the stream or watched the fights, if you looked in the background, you noticed that the arena wasn't full. He doesn't even, he's surrounded by yes men. He just seems like he's up his own ass, blinded by the glamour of it all. But yeah, it's just, where are these professionals that are seasoned and have worked in this sport that understand how to grow this business? You know, spend that money that you all lost on getting people who are just, that understand a business, that care about the business, that know what they're talking about.
What the hell are we going to do? You know, I can't even think about doing a Creator Clash 3. We lost money and... Let it die.
Let it die. Let it die. Remember how when this drama was all happening with Froggy Fresh, the concept and conversation of like legacy came up, right? What is the Creator Clash legacy, right? The Creator Clash legacy that Ian will have when he dies now is going to be, we lost money. It failed underneath us. It was completely usurped by the drama of it all. Sam Hyde is the most important person at the event, despite not being present at any of them. You know, they talk about legacy and what they leave when they die, right? What they leave when they retire. This came up. This came up. And now this is what they get to leave behind. Do not do Creator Clash again. Do a small event. Do something else. Don't even, listen, just be the millionaire you are and donate to charity. Just do the Bill Gates bullshit, right? Just donate, get that money off on your taxes. Why turn it into something bigger than it is? You don't need to make it public, right? Charity doesn't always need to be a public thing, right? You don't need to jump in and make it a public event. I understand we're creators. We need to do everything out in the public. I have a life outside of YouTube. I do things that make me feel good, and I do good things for other people for no money. But I don't come on the internet and, like, jerk myself off about it.
There's no money for charity. So what are we going to do to solve that? I don't I don't have a good solution. The best solution that I've been able to come up with is putting the full Creator Clash broadcast, Creator Clash 2 broadcast, on YouTube for free for everyone to watch, and just hoping and praying that people enjoy it and want to support it. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are.
So he wants you to front the bill for him making a mistake and not being able to get money to the charities. You, as an audience member, as a viewer, you should go and donate to the charity, but not do Creator Clash. Do not do anything that could help justify him doing Creator Clash 3. He wants you to now cover the cost. Let's just say you paid for Creator Clash, assuming that money was going to charity. Now it doesn't go to charity, right? Now he's going to put it up for free and ask that you donate to charity on Creator Clash's behalf. Hello? I like how Diesel said his next stream would be a relaxing one, and yet here we are. Well, I didn't know this was going to happen.
But I want to post the full broadcast on YouTube, and I want to have like a fundraising goal. I know YouTube has like a fundraising thing.
Like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You bought a ticket. You watched it legally. Let's say you did that. Now he wants you to donate again. Like, maybe you're one of those people that has a limited amount of money to spend on charity, right? If that's something you like to do. And now you're just like, great, I got to do it again. Like, geesh. It's bordering on false advertising if you were saying pay-per-view money would go to charity. You know, people are going to donate because they're going to feel bad, right? Look at the like to dislike ratio on this. People are jerking him off. This is understandable. You'll figure it out. Tazon Day, go fuck yourself, bro. Fucking fuck you. Right? It's just like, okay. Isn't a fundraising goal thing attached to specific charities? Like, you have to pick one. And that's, maybe they're going to make their own charity, like, foundation, and then the money will get divvied up equally between those charities. Maybe that. But, again, you know, if you're, like, bent about your money not going to charity, don't do it through the widget on the fight. Don't go watch the VOD of the fight when it's up. Just go to the site and donate the money. Okay? Because any other thing would be a signal to him that he should do it again. And I honestly think he doesn't deserve the right to be able to do it again. Okay? They treat the sport like a fucking joke. They don't give a shit about it. All right? They already got my $45 though. So Cloudy, you know what? If you got time, donate the time to charity. Do anything else but give him any money.
But right now, from what I've seen, YouTube doesn't allow multiple charities to be listed in the fundraiser. And there's not really very many good options for us to collect donations ourselves. So I think we're just going to have a singular charity.
Ian did an oopsie, but instead of doing that, go to niche internet micro celebrity owned Mana Pot Coffee.
Listen. I would love to do charity stuff on behalf of my business. But if you haven't bought my coffee, do it. I'm actually going to be working at local conventions, which I would love to shout out, but then you would all know where I live. But if you haven't bought my coffee, please do. Thank you, Kat, for the 5 smackers. You were a G.
Represent represented in the video, and then we'll put all the other charities in the description. So if you want to donate to a specific charity, that's where you can do it. I want to make it right. I want to make it more right. I'm okay with us fucking up and taking a $250,000 loss. I'm not okay with charities not getting any money. I want to thank all the fighters and all the coaches and all the staff of the event and the fans who, came to show support. It might feel like a big loss, but it was a lot of entertainment, and a lot of good came out of it. A lot of people had unforgettable experiences, and it will be a highlight of their lives. There's a lot of boxing events where no money goes to charity at all, ever. There's not even the chance that it goes to charity. So I just...
He is in no position to be throwing stones. He is in no position to be throwing stones at all, period. I don't want to hear that. Too late, Diesel. I am living in your walls. I'm really just floored. I'm surprised. This man.
Just want to thank everyone. It truly made a difference that you came and supported. I'm just disappointed that I let everyone down. I just made some strategically shitty decisions along the way. And
you made strategically shitty decisions. There we go. I've made a constant and severe lapse in my judgment.
And all of those decisions, led to where we're at. I think it was dumb of me to say that we weren't going to make the broadcast available for free like we did the previous year. I thought that would bring in more pay-per-view buys because people would be like, oh, I'm not going to be able to watch it for free? Well, I'll definitely buy so I can tune in. But I don't know. It either didn't have an effect or it backfired, and I'm trying to learn from it. This year I have a lot on my plate. And, I think my strategy going forward is to just be, completely candid with everything.
Listen, YouTubers, just because you're a YouTuber and you're able to make bread doing that does not mean you're a business person, okay? They are two different skill sets. It's different. It is. It's just different, all right? Just because you can run a successful YouTube channel does not mean you can put on a charity event that breaks even, okay? Those are different things. And the skills are not always transferable, all right?
Again, it's hard. I would normally keep all of this shit to myself, but I
have no sympathy left for him. Maybe it makes me a bit of an asshole too, but stay silent. I'm with you. I don't have it.
I gotta express myself. I gotta tell you guys what's up. Otherwise, I'm gonna rot from the inside. But yeah, additional.
Gonna rot from the inside. You should have accepted Froggy's offer to join his wife's OnlyFans. He could do with that money now. Would Ian make his apology song in G major or flat F? Since it's a major disaster that fell flat.
Another thing that's been eating at me is that someone is trying to take over Creator Clash. I know that sounds like the plot of a video game or something, but it's real, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. So hopefully I don't have to talk about it in the future. But if I do, you guys are gonna hear about it on this channel. If you're just coming across this video and you have no idea what this Creator Clash shit is about, it's creator boxing, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of amateur boxers.
What are you fucking kidding me?
There for the first time and giving it their all, and there's a lot of heart and a lot of soul and a lot of grit that is on display, and I think it's very much a worthwhile watch. Donation links are also...
His apology video is made even worse by the fact that it came out right after the most entertaining apology video of all time.
Also going to be in the description of this video as well. I'm trying to monetize as much as I can to make up for this loss, but yeah, it's hard.
Whew. That's a yikes from me, dog. That's a yikes from me. Yeah, so Slinky Slonky Waffle, we're trying to facilitate shipping to Europe, but there's like a bunch of like customs reasons, and I don't want to like give somebody a really expensive bill because they have to do the international shipping, which is why it's not an option now. But in the future, it should change for the coffee. We're trying to make it more affordable for people because it's expensive, which is why you have to pay for shipping when you go to buy the coffee. But yeah. Some old subscriber from 4 years ago who's wondering where all the dildo unboxing videos are and why the channel is just whining videos now. Okay, so a couple things happened since then. Froggy Fresh has responded, so we're going to watch that now.
Opened up Twitter, I heard the news. My boy Ian Drumheim ain't paying his dues. He got costs out the wazoo, bills out the ass. When the charity called, say he ain't got the cash, we could pay all them charities back in one day. If you fight my dumb midget ass in a cave.
Oh boy, that's beautiful. Froggy absolutely hit the nail on the head. He made 3 apology videos in 3 months and not a single one was good. Hey man, well, he should have whipped out a fucking guitar after the whole ukulele thing if he wanted some attention, you know what I mean?
Nobody cares.
He is the first creator where I have seen him in his highest of highs and his lowest of lows. This is extremely funny and tragic at the same time.
Yeah, there is some severely comedic like tragedy to it, right? Like it's almost Shakespearean with how high and close to the sun he flew and how far he fell. And I know everyone wants to put it on Anissa. I don't think that she is the determining factor in all of his decisions. That is just not life. That's not how things work, right? We are not entirely our partners, but there is something like really sad about seeing how he's lost his way almost. It's very hard to put into words, but it is. It's like a theatrical fall, and a lot of it does feel theatrical, especially with Harley, who we'll get to in a moment.
By Creator Clash 3, bitch, and parties cost money, but this ass whipping's free. How about me? Verse, Idubbbz got the whole world eyes on us. How about me? Verse.
It would. I want to see Ian versus Froggy in a ring now. Like, come on, a cage match. Let's do MMA. Come on, Idubbbz. You want to process some fucking trauma? Just wait for little old what? He's like 5'7", 5'7", fucking Froggy Fresh, the absolute manlet, absolutely destroying you. You know, he puts you in a lockout. Catherine, thank you for becoming a station attendant. Like hey man, fuck it. Forget creator boxing. Where's creator cage match? Creator MMA. Let's just go the whole mile. Ian, maybe you're not a striker. Maybe you're a grappler. Maybe you're just better for judo. Maybe that's what you've been missing out on.
Got the whole world eyes on us, on us, on us. Where were you the day that Ian got rocked? It was 187 on a content cop, cause I made some joke and your boy got blocked.
Catherine gifting a member to Estella G. Based, welcome to becoming a member of the gas station. Thoughts on people who claim Ian started falling off due to becoming left-wing? Those are the people who are like super political pilled and it's really cringe and ridiculous. And I definitely disagree that it has anything to do with politics. I don't think politics preclude you from being funny or anything like that. I've met plenty of left-wing people that are fucking hilarious, plenty of right-wing people that are fucking hilarious.
Then the staff got paid, but the kids did not. I said, where were you the day that Ian got rocked? It was 187 on the content cop, cause I made some jokes, then your boy got blocked. Then the staff got paid, but the kids did not. Then the staff got paid, but the kids did not. Ian, I'm being serious. I will whip your ass to your delirious. I can see that you're so furious.
Yeah. It's LA hipster syndrome, and I feel like that is completely separate from that. I obviously is a little bit, but it's like the fucking like LA people who like, you know, when they talk about a comedian that just flies on a plane all the time because he's so busy like traveling, right? The whole like, what's the deal with airplane food? That's the same thing, right? That's the same thing as LA hipster syndrome.
But that mullet got me feeling so bi-curious.
The mullet got me feeling bi-curious. I'm telling you guys. The mullet is a sign, guys. All right? You guys can talk about how people grab it onto the back of my ponytail. Nah, bro. The mullet is the sign. All the mullet-based viewers in chat are going to be very upset at my mullet diss. Gallic, name one funny leftist. Terminal online statement there, but veto there. But yeah, so this obviously did numbers. This is funny. I really think this is great. I don't know who the muted is. I'm not gonna check. Let me pull up. So for some reason, Harley has felt the need to insert himself into this, right? I don't know why he's felt the need to insert himself. Natty, the mullet is a bi sign because only bisexual people have such low standards. Signed, me, a bisexical, a bionicle that just wants to be loved. I'll take anyone at this point. Natty, you'll see it one day. Listen, I didn't say Vito wasn't absolutely cringe as well, but he does have some funny zingers from time to time. And I think he is one of those people that just says stuff in order to be controversial. He just is that guy. Shu is funny. Yeah, I like Shu. I think Shu is funny. Remember when she dated Armored Skeptic? That's a drama story for another day. But holy shit, is there a lot there. In my opinion, you should keep your politics very amorphous. So that way when somebody tries to cancel you for it, you could just say, actually, I'm the opposite. And then you get the instant own on them. Anyway, let's talk about Harley. All right. Harley Morenstein, stacking L's like crazy. Right? So let's pull up the Nicholas Diorio. Excuse me. All right, so Nick tweeted, Gideon offered these assholes $100,000 for the charity event, which they declined because of pride/egos. Even if Gideon doubled that to $200K, Creator Clash wouldn't have been broken even. It was so mismanaged, no creator walks away with any donations for their charity. That was always a weird move by him. You don't see that? He tried to force something by holding a potential charity money donations hostage. So actually, it's Gideon's fault for offering up money to the return Froggy Fresh. Okay? So this is actually Gideon's fault that they didn't take the money. Logically, this prioritizes what he wants over actual charity. That's the most egotistical part. I feel like most of the commentary community floats around the center. Y'all make fun of communists and red pillars equally. Yeah, I'll make fun of both equally. Period. I don't give a fuck what side that you're like on. I really don't. Sometimes people just be stupid. They just be that way, you know. Anyway, I started to ratio Harley. He responded to me and he started getting in a fight with people in the comments. But like, bro, what the fuck am I like, bro? I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care to argue with you. You're nobody now, okay? Forbes 30 under 30, more like Forbes peaked at 30, bro. Okay? But it's like, oh, so Gideon's the asshole for wanting to offer up some comedic bread right here. Like 100K down for Froggy Fresh is fucking amazing. You know? But like literally go outside. Like Harley was just bitching and moaning at everybody. And here's the thing. Why is Harley even defending it now? Why? You have nothing to gain by defending it. Leftist this, right wing that. I just want to grill some dogs, man. Listen, bro, I just want to smoke a brisket in peace. Can you all get off Twitter for like 20 minutes? Thank God Elon put the rate limit in. No, for real. Harley is literally refusing to go touch grass. He is. He's refusing to touch grass. And this is the worst part, right? This is the worst part. Lick my immature balls when you're done with Ian's, right? So this is Tommy C. Commentary veteran Tommy C. Ticket sales and pay-per-view buys are in for the moment. Ha ha ha. It's bigger than Creator Clash 1. Thank you for being a mark for me, you silly goofball, right? So we all thought that Harley was being a dick to raise money for his fucking charity. But it turns out this entire time they weren't breaking even. Who is Harley? He's the guy who used to run Epic Mealtime. He is formerly famous. Am I old for not knowing Harley? Well, he was relevant when YouTube was cool, right? When it wasn't all filled with corporate garbage. But he's lying here, right? If anyone was there when Gideon said it, it was said in a half-hearted way, and Keem took it to Twitter and ran with it. Listen. Here's the thing, though, is that Gideon would have put up the money. He definitely would have put up the money, 100%. He easily would have done it. Easily. And listen, Gideon's breaded. He would have done it. But it's like, okay, so Harley was just being a dick to be a dick because actually it wasn't doing as well. And then even more than that, he's being a dick now just because, why? I lied to you in private because I don't respect you. I didn't know the 50K in pay-per-view buys until today. Harley, what? Are you kidding me? like this is fucking cringe. And you know, the thing is, Harley, guess what? I know you sit down and watch people in drama all the time. I know that Harley watches Augie RFC. Okay? Because he's talked about that. Right? He's referenced Augie's videos. So much so that he does. But what's the point of defending it now? There really isn't. And it's like, why? What is with like this cringe, like, well, I don't respect you. How old is this dude? Late 30s, early 40s. Guys, tons of YouTubers watch drama content and they don't want to say it. Okay? Harley is aware of the space. He's very aware of it. Harley, more like hardly making money. That's a good one. Also, keep in mind they are offered 7 figures by Fox for Creator Clash that they turned down. It's in the H3 interview. I only give money to 2 streamers, Diesel and a Japanese VTuber who doesn't speak a lick of English. And I'll keep it that way. That's so incredibly based. That's so based. Too old to talk like a drama villain. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you can do it, but he does it in like a goofy way rather than like a good way. He doesn't own the cartoonishness of it. You know what I mean? I feel like I say you know what I mean too much. I need to stop doing that. All right. So community member Rina B was able to pull it up, and Sniffy Tugboat got also pulled it up. So thank you to both of you community members for doing this. I appreciate it. Hold on, I am pulling up the clip. 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 40 seconds. It's where they start talking about money. Feels like a midlife crisis. Yeah. All right.
True to your, made.
Here we go. Here's the.
It was made then to be shocking and super offensive. And again, you're like a real person. I had the same thing. I cultivated a similar audience, and there was a moment in my career, in my life, when I looked at the people who were like retweeting me, who was commenting the comments, and I said, these fucking people do not represent me at all. These people suck. Like, these are gross, ugly people. And I frankly, like, I don't think I can continue doing this with these kinds of people.
Let me just say that H3's audience is just as bad now, but in the opposite political direction, right? Like, the annoying, like, Groiper cringe lords who are asking, like, the Jewish question are cringe, okay? And they're losers. But now you have all these, like, weird aunties who would, like, dox someone for making an edgy joke on Twitter.com because they talk shit about Ethan. And you know that now that I'm saying all this dumb shit about Ethan, that I'm going to end up on the H3 subreddit where people are mauling about how I'm just so right-wing and so cringe. Well, guess what, bitches? I'm left. Wow. But they are that bad. The audience is that bad. They don't touch grass. They don't get no dick. Most of the audience is women now, and I know this would offend them. They get no dick or pussy. Bisexuals, you're valid, but you're also not getting laid if you watch H3, period.
And it's I know exactly what you've been going through, and it's hard. It's hard, yeah. But honestly, you get through it. You just be true to yourself. And
well, I can see that just looking at your chat. Your chat is like the fucking digital equivalent of that arena the other night. I'm like, all right.
I'm not gonna lie, Ethan. I go to your subreddit all the time for like a break from the insanity. It's like the only sane.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you go to the subreddit to have your ego placated to. Please, bro. Oh my God. Some people are just not built for it. They're just not built for it.
Place on the internet, I swear to God.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Wow, that's a new one.
Compared to what I see, you should see what my Twitter looks like, because at least like there are people that are having a discussion rather than just, I don't know.
Well, Twitter's a fucking nightmare, dude, because like Twitter's just being taken over, honestly, by reactionary freaks. Like I don't spend.
Oh, reactionary freak. You're all reactionary freaks. I'm a reactionary freak. We're all fucking emperor wears no clothes, bitch. Okay, bro.
Almost any time on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking nightmare there, dude. But we do have a great audience. I agree, and I've been real fortunate enough to kind of, through all that of changing and growing and learning, to have cultivated an audience that knows about my history and knows about my flaws and kind of accepts me for who I am and everything. So that I don't know. For me, that's all I could ask for. I think that's amazing. And I see you going down the same road.
Yeah, I hope so.
There's an earnings chapter. They go into better detail. You can skip to. All right. No, I'm glad I got to see that. I needed to make those comments about the H3 subreddit.
By the Pope. Yeah, but so yeah, you mentioned you got to start earning money again. Are you guys not earning anything right now?
No,
Oh boy.
we have not earned money for the past 2 years, which makes taxes very easy.
That's good.
What makes taxes very easy? Broke. I'm sorry, bro. If I was that breaded, and I've said this before on stream, if I was that breaded, I'd be here on stream for my dedicated, like, let's L dance on the haters moment, and I'd be gone. I wouldn't be tweeting. I wouldn't be in the thick of it. I just wouldn't. Like, I can't imagine getting, and this is so funny because I see it with creators all the time where they really overextend and they put themselves into red and they just are never able to get out of it, and they constantly have to keep grinding away on that stone despite wanting to retire. You know, there's something to be said about PewDiePie just stopping that is just impressive, because so many people just don't, because they've just spent all the money. Because you're like a high schooler and you get rich, right? And then you're in your early 20s, you blow it all on drugs, sex, hookers, and fucking ugly cars, right? And now all of a sudden you're in your 30s and you're like, oh shit, I got no money and nobody wants to watch me now because I'm like cringe. Like,
Nice.
We love that. Easy taxes. I like looking at the bright side of things. So what's your plan? Just get back to work on the Idubbbz channel?
Yeah, doing that. There's a lot of other side projects that I've been abandoning as well. Me and my business partner Justin, we got to start working on Pocket Squirrel, our video game.
I remember you telling me about that years ago. Is that still in production?
Oh yeah, we're grinding. We're grinding away very slowly on it.
Did it ever stop production, or it's been in production steadily?
It's been in production steadily. We'll take, 9-month-long breaks. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's not super steady.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
The guy who's making the game. I mean, he's very good at what he does, and he keeps changing it. You know, we have one thing that we like, and then he goes, no, it's got to be this. And I mean, we kind of let him do it because he made a game that, came out of nowhere and made him a millionaire. So we're kind of just letting him...
he actually made a successful game in between the time you guys started it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So he's like, fuck this dumbass project. Yo, what's the chances of that? What game was it?
Katana Zero.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, okay, who the fuck is making this game? And I don't know if you guys have played Katana Zero. It's actually very good. Good game. But I mean, I also, so before I got into film, guys, right? Before I got into film, excuse me. Before I got into film, I worked as a producer. So I did game production management. I was the guy who limited scope. I was the middleman between the money people and the artist people, right? And 3 millionaires crying about being poor. Yeah. But it's you don't want to just let the artist run away with the project, right? Because you can really fuck yourself over super hard. There's a reason that people like me would be the guy who manages product scope, because it can get really out of hand, especially with games. Games are really susceptible to going over time and over budget now, which is why good producers and good managers are really necessary for that field. And keeping things like product scope, like just mechanical, like complexity down and things like that. And I was doing that at a time when stuff like VR movement hadn't have been. Are you saying they should pay you? I'm saying that I'm very blessed that I have done normal things and not done cringe shit. Star Citizen is a perfect example of going too far. That is a great example. I bought a ship in Star Citizen when I was 15. I am 25 now, and the game is not done. Okay? I have a degree. I was in high school when that game, when I bought in. And it was still out for a long time, and I could just walk around. Yandere Dev. Well, now he runs it like a live service, but the initial game is done. So you can all the rivals are in the story, and I had asked about this. So the game is done. He's just adding on extra stuff now because this is his life. Here. I figured I might as well show what Katana Zero is, so that way we can be reasonable about who this guy is. This is a Switch trailer. So it's like this super fast moving Hotline Miami is definitely an inspiration on it. But yeah, it's very good. It's a super good game, great style, all of that. I really do have respect for this game, right? So this guy definitely knows what he's doing. But you know, put respect where it's earned, right?
Wait, hold on, I gotta look that up.
It's on.
I'm pulling it up right
probably
now.
on a lot of platforms.
It's very loved.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, no, this game's dope.
Whoa, it's
Yeah.
got crazy good reviews. Wait, what the fuck? I've never heard of this. It has like crazy good reviews. Wait,
Yeah.
what kind of game is this? A platformer?
Yeah, it's similar to like what was that roguelike that you had me
Hotline
play?
Miami, something like that.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, they
too,
even
but-
use that. They even use that as an example.
Fox?
Whoa.
Yeah. We said yeah.
Oh, wait.
Payday that way.
Well, we've been offered
Already?
yeah, by Fox.
Fox?
Whoa.
Yeah. We said no.
With 7 figures?
How much was
I think
it?
so. Yeah, 7 figures.
Like low 7 figures. Can you just
Yeah,
tell
I
me the
think so.
number?
A few of them.
I mean, I don't know what it was specifically. It didn't come directly to us. It came to one of our business partners, but we said no, and we're never gonna do anything like that
Yeah.
just because it's too special.
It loses its soul.
You guys
That's such a stupid decision. That is such a stupid decision. Oh no.
do need to be making money, though. You understand that, right?
I don't know. According
'Cause-
to a couple of YouTubers, we're pocketing $1.7 million. So
Ooh.
I want to know who said that now. I mean, again, you know, I even saw somebody in chat say earlier, well, you know, it's not like it made money. Of course, I'd be asking that question. It would pass through my mind. I'm sure it would pass through everyone's mind, but
What's the calculus on that one?
well, they thought the production cost of the event was $100,000. So
Just in total.
in total, the whole thing.
That's amazing. That'd be great. Well, I
Yeah.
can tell you how much it costs. Even we did the show for like 700 people. It cost. We ended up spending like $20,000
Well,
for
yeah,
security
production
and
is not
production
cheap.
stuff.
And yeah, as somebody that comes from a broadcast background, I will compliment you two on the production of both the first and the second grade.
Fox came to them to buy Creator Clash as a concept.
Clash, you know, especially the main event part was really smooth.
Bo Black said it. Of course it was Bo Black. Bo Black's living rent-free in fucking H3's mind and Ian's mind.
And I thought it was run really well. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. You're the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, we added more staff this year, so everything went even smoother. And the head of broadcasting, he's so passionate about the project. I love him so
Oh,
much.
cool. That's
And
great.
he really loves doing what he does. And this year, he really made sure he talked to every.
I've done a few broadcast things. Broadcast sucks. It sucks. The stakes are so high, and messing up is period not an option. Like, it is very stressful to do broadcast. Broadcast news, broadcast period. Don't they have at least one Bo Black sound on their soundboard? I think they have more than one. They have a tipster one.
Fighter and made sure that their dreams came true for walkouts. And we had this
walkouts were
wonderful. Yeah, they were so good. We
Yeah.
had this woman working for us this year, Alyssa, who she wrangled all the talent and made sure everything was smooth. It was crazy. We
She-
had a lot of like.
She's a fan of the show too, and a legend.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
let's go.
I left my robe in the stadium, and she brought it back to me at the hotel.
Oh,
Love her.
nice.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Last time we had you guys on after the first event, though, I said, you guys got to make money. Have you not changed anything since then?
maybe next year we've talked about taking a salary next year because it is more than a full-time job. I mean,
Did you guys not take a salary at all?
No, not last year. This year I don't think we will. I don't know. We haven't.
I did IT for broadcasting, and it sucks indeed. Even the streams and tech side is horrid. Oh man, I was a camera op in broadcast, and the floor director, that shit. Oh my god, they're so fucking rude, dude. Oh man.
It won't be a big one if we do. It's on par with every other, employee. It's kind of at the top-ish, but I don't know. We got to look at some numbers and stuff before we make a decision on that.
Do you think they knew that they were in the red here? Do you think they knew and they were like, let's not talk about it now?
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to figure it out. It's, I mean, we're
all of them should go outside and touch grass. Lord, they refuse to do any smart decisions. They're speed running their financial downfalls from being millionaires. They're building zero generational wealth. They're building the opposite of that.
not in any financial trouble. It's just obviously I get to take.
Not
this,
only will they not get a salary, neither will any of the other fighters.
Year off, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just start grinding.
We'll focus on YouTube and other things.
But next year we'll take we're reworking the framework so we, our coworkers are making us take a salary next year, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, bro, oh my god. See, you guys say the chat is fucking annoying me right now.
Why?
They go, stop talking about money, Ethan. I was like, what the fuck? You guys aren't interested in money? Like, you act like I'm the only one? Shut the fuck up, chat.
Money.
They're annoying as shit sometimes, too. It's just so you guys know.
I was going to say, it kind of feels like you do, like, I don't know. I feel like you would have a lot of fun talking to, like, a financial person if you brought, like a Graham Stephan or something like that on your podcast. Because there's so many, like, I don't know, interesting little discussions to be had, around real estate, how to make money.
I don't care about investing, all this shit. I just want to know how you're doing.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? What do you mean you don't care about investing? What do you want your kids to have no money, bro? What the fuck is going on with these people? I can't. Oh, man. Shit. They needed a Graham Stephan on the Creator Clash team, bro. Yeah, this was right after Creator Clash 2.
Crazy? I want to know if you said you're not making money. Like, what the fuck?
I'm with you.
That's like a huge part of everyone's lives.
Yes.
Well, you need to make money to survive, and you're not the only one that's talked to us about it.
Stupid ass, dumbass chat, idiots.
Idiots.
It's my fucking show. Let me ask what the fuck I want.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
That's valid.
Yeah, but well, yeah.
We just know that we're very aware that we're fine, and we can do this for a few years without taking any sort of salary.
But don't. Why would you do that? I want you guys to take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, we are taken care of. We're good. We're smart.
This is so sad. Oh man, they're like,
we're adults.
Yeah, but why are you going to dig into your whatever? Okay.
Why are you going to dig into your savings? Exactly. That should be saved for an emergency, not for a bad business decision, bro.
Y'all forgot my head.
Because our savings are stuffed. Our savings are well stuffed.
Your savings are well stuffed. Okay, so like I'm not what? Like it depreciates in value given the rate of inflation. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Listen, I'm not like Johnny Moneybags here, but like Jesus, this is insane.
So
I also
we can pull from it.
We're very I think we're just very inactive and frugal people. Like we don't have our house is meh. We drive a Subaru that got fucked a couple of years ago and haven't fixed it. Like, and we're fine. Like neither of us really care. I just don't think we're really
okay.
Chat
not
wants
really-
they want to know if you're fighting with health insurance.
There's health and life insurance.
This year I had health insurance. Last year I didn't.
Are you fucking crazy? You don't have health insurance?
Oh, yeah, we did have health insurance.
What the?
Let's be real. For some reason, a bunch of creators don't have health insurance. I don't know. They're like, my parents never taught me. Like, bro, look it up on the internet, bro. If they have such a good savings, then why is he begging for money to cover his losses? That's a good point. It's a good point. A bad business decision is an emergency. They shouldn't have been in this position to begin with.
The hell? You guys are wild
I mean,
as shit for that.
The event did. The event had health insurance. Like
Okay.
every fighter, just
They
to
were
clarify,
insured.
They were insured, health and life. And
Yo.
like when you get checked, you get like a little sheet that's good for a month. You can just hand it in, and you'll get care for free.
Oh,
So-
Chad
Just to
just
clarify.
pointed out what you're wearing, Ian. Thank you.
Team,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you, buddy.
He's got the Teddy Fresh beanie and the Team Starkiller
Jacket.
jacket. Yeah.
He loves that beanie so much. He wears it every day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll send you some new stuff. We've got all this great stuff coming out. We'll send you guys a whole package.
Hell yeah.
Oh, everybody loves your hair too, Anissa. Everyone's loving the
Oh.
blonde hair.
It looks Thank perfect. you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look messy.
I will say her blonde hair looks a lot better than her buzz cut. Don't get me wrong. I like short hair on women, but I think that suits her face a lot better. She looks a lot better in this, right? I know everybody gives Anissa shit, but you know, like I said, I give respect where it's due. I'm not a fucking asshole. I mean, I am, but I'm not that bad. My job gave me a pamphlet with health insurance info, so a visit to my doctor is like $20, and a visit to my psychiatrist is like $5. What are your thoughts on Teddy Fresh? I don't know, man. It's not the clothes I like wearing. I like tech wear. I like streetwear stuff. It's not really for me anymore.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
You know, this is a little bit of a personal question, but I am curious about it, and feel free to
Here we go.
not respond to it. But I know you had your breast augmentations removed
Yeah.
recently, and I'm just curious about that because you got them in and you didn't have them for that long.
Yeah.
And when I saw you, I met you guys in person a couple years ago, and you're very excited about it. So I'm just kind of curious what that journey was like for you.
I think the biggest thing for me that I'm finding out now as an adult is that I'm like almost 100% sure that I have autism.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was not what I expected. I'm not. Hold on. Let's see if she's self-diagnosed.
And I'm very sensory, and I should have known this about myself. Like, I can't have fake nails or fake lashes or extensions. I always get really antsy. I don't like the feeling of something that isn't a part. It's just a sensory thing. So I had these implants in all the time, and I told the surgeon, I was like, I like how they look. I can feel them all the time. And so the surgeon told me, like, oh, you'll forget that they're there in a couple months. And I definitely didn't. It just like got worse to the point where I just like, I needed them out of my body. And it's not like, I think it is specifically like a sensory thing for me.
Interesting.
Where I just couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, wow.
So
she just self-diagnosed that she has autism, which is why she removed her breast. I can't. Oh my god, this is the funniest shit. I'm sorry. That's not autism. That's completely normal. Yeah, that's totally normal. I love it. Every single quirky idiosyncrasy of an individual is autism, ADHD, or like some other thing, right? Guys, I build model kits. I like building stuff, right? I like painting miniatures. I got some Chaos Cultists recently, right? It was 50 smackers for that, by the way. Horrible use of any money. But the point is that I said I did that to a friend, that I like to paint miniatures. And you know what they told me? They told me, oh, you should get checked for autism. That seems like an autistic fixation. No, that's what we call a hobby. Okay? That's what we call a hobby. I like history. I like geopolitics. It's not my autistic fixation. It's what I like to do to relax in my free time. But this person was certain that that meant I had autism. And I went, I have autism? What are you talking about? That doesn't sound like a friend. But that stuff happens all the time now, where people are like, "Oh, you like plushes? Well, you must be autistic, girl." It's like, no, honey. It's okay to collect things. That's a hobby. That doesn't make you. Diesel, what are your thoughts on trains? Very funny, cat. My sister and her husband have big fancy Lego decorations. It's just something they like. Yeah, but Maya, there are people on this earth who would say, "Oh man, Diesel, did you spin around a bunch as a child?" Not really. See, but I've heard people say that if you like building Legos, that must be that you're autistic. In elementary, I was tested for autism because I show a lot of symptoms. So even though I match like 90% of the symptoms, I'll never believe because I tested negative at 8. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. I can't believe she said that. That is so inappropriate. So it's okay to be quirky, guys. Like, it's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't need to say that you're autistic to justify your quirkiness.
Now that I guess you got him out, you feel everything's all good.
So good. And to be honest, like, I think I don't know, it was kind of a win for me because...
It's sensory issues. No, babe, you got heavy bags of saline put under your skin.
I really learned to appreciate my body just feeling good and not worrying about, it looking a certain way. And now I feel like just thankful to have a functioning body, which is kind of cool.
Interesting. Well, there it is. That's a whole journey. Fantastic. So, chat's fucking annoying.
Stop looking at it.
Yeah, but I want to say, so you guys are about to start screening for number 3, recruiting. You have interesting people reaching out, or the ideas formulating?
Yeah.
The ideas formulating are like, how are we going to pay all these people back? I know, H3 could not care less. Autism jump scare.
I mean, even before this event ended, we had people, like a list of 30, right? Wasn't it like a list of 30?
That's exciting.
Diesel's a corked up Latino boy with a little bit of swag, busting it down Mana Potion style.
And you guys built this really incredible thing. And it's enough just to focus on it, in my opinion, because it really is a good engine. You guys are raising a ton of money, entertaining lots of people.
This is hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, you're raising a lot of money. You're entertaining a lot of people. Most of them didn't pay. It's going great, Ian. It's going great. Copacetic, really.
These communities are coming together. It's a nice thing, It's a really nice thing. So I congratulate you guys.
Thank you, Ethan.
That means a lot. It really does mean a lot. There's like, there's some people that I really value their opinion, and definitely you and Ela are two of those people. So
thank you.
And thank you to AB's sacrifice these past 2 years. It's hard, but
you
both did it.
Our boy put his pituitary on the line for you.
That's right.
No, thank you guys. It was life changing. It was the most awesome thing I've ever been a part of. So thank you.
Yeah, and now that AB is officially retired, if you guys are looking for another Ayad, Lena has expressed interest in fighting.
This is
I would
cringe.
love
You
that.
know who
They're-
should get
they're-
in the ring? Ethan Klein.
I have some girls that are very down, and I would love that. I think I want to have at least half the card be female fights.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for this upcoming year. Half female, half male, and
Guys, they're looking to close the gender gap on combat sports. I will say I like more of the female fighters in Creator Clash 2 than the males, personally. I thought the fights were much better, much more technical. A lot of them had the dog in them, you know. Yeah, guys, this is what happens when you get a black guy. Okay? This is what happens.
Maybe even a
Sounds
female
woke.
main.
Sounds like the woke agenda.
Oh my God, yay! I would love that. I really would. I've been boxing lately, and I just love the sport. And seeing the girls
I really hate how every single Tom, Dick, and Harry is getting into boxing these days, bro. I've loved the sport since I was a kid. I remember when boxing was like a poor inner city person's sport, right? Obviously, you know, there was always the Floyd Money Mayweathers, right? But a majority of these people who do like Golden Gloves and stuff like this, they don't make money. You just don't. It used to be like this is the, you know how like in other countries like Brazil, like soccer is a way to get out of the hood? For a lot of kids, boxing and those kind of sports were a way to get out of the hood. Obviously basketball, all the shit like that too, but that was one of them. And that was what I gravitated towards when I was younger. It gave me a lot of confidence. Just say you want to see more muscle mommies, Diesel. It's okay. It's true. Scott Sullivan MMA has been having some really interesting takes on Twitter about the Creator Clash thing. He just made a tweet about their training. I'll take a look at that in a second.
the actual at the event, it just got me like so pumped. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you've
and to
been
be honest, like I was gonna say, like I think Anissa is like probably a better fighter than me, and it might be the same for AB and Lena. Lena might be a better fighter than AB, so you might actually get like
Lena in this
goblin
office
muscle
is known for
mommies. I think I like thick goblin mommies personally, but you know I'll take either, you know. As long as they're green, that's okay with me.
surprising us all. She has like this crazy Joker brain energy. So I think that she might, her opponent might actually die.
Why did it become a YouTuber thing? Seems pretty random. In the early 2000s, or maybe a little bit before that, there was like a big push for like famous people fighting stuff. And this is kind of like a resurgence of that, right? But there was a time when boxing wasn't popular, right? Anissa's a better fighter. That explains his black eyes. But yeah, they're green and mean. Yes. I always forget there's a little bit of delay. Bro, I have a bad crush for Barbie. 3-6. I think she fought in Kingpin. Oh, yeah. Oh, that lady was insane. Yeah, she scares the fuck out of me. She's like 6 foot something. Barbie's insane. She's insane. And she has really cool makeup, too. But, yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch. Does that mean female Grinch is your thing? No. As long as they're green, they're good for my peen. FPS Diesel 2023. Hold on. Let me pull up Scott's tweets. I am interested to see what he said. They're just talking mad garbage on H3 now, so I don't really care. So Scott Sullivan is the trainer to Sam Hyde. Just FYI, so we're all aware. Or he has trained Sam Hyde in the past. Let's see. Oh man. That sucks, man. I'm really disappointed no victory laps. This is a bad thing. Even the dude behind it isn't well liked. The thing I will say about an Idubbbz situation is that I knew this was going on when I heard all the stuff about they sold out the Amelie Theater. As great as that is, you've been in the game for more than 5 minutes. You know the live gate means nothing. It's pay-per-view that matters. One more thing, the fighters got overpaid. 9 months of training for $20K, over $2,000 a month for training. Really? Nah, man. Most of them look like they did no training. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. A lot of people got in that, and it looked like they did fucking nothing. This bothered me for a while. Most of them either got duped or they were pocketing training funds. I think more of them got duped, right? I think more of them got duped. If I was betting on that, it seemed like a lot of their trainers phoned it in. And as of that, a lot of people ended up in the ring, ended up getting their shit rocked really badly because there was just trainers who didn't care. That's a shame. That is a shame. And there's something to be said about how this has gone overall, right? Just it's so cringe. Oh wait, we got the Idubbbz subreddit here. First one was a massive hit, wasn't it? Didn't everyone love it? I'm not big on boxing, so I didn't watch either one, but remember it being revived pretty well. What's the deal with the second one? It did amazing. I went. They sold out the Amelie Theater, 20K seats. Keem is really passionate about influencer boxing. He's really passionate. It's where he puts a majority of his energy these days, which is why he doesn't even need Drama Alert anymore. I think I talked about that on a past stream. There's probably a VOD of it up. What happened with this thing? Why wasn't it bigger? I've never watched it. I didn't watch shit. I watched illegally. I'll say it. And I know a bunch of you watched illegally too, so you can't even poo-poo all over me. All right? I miss the days when Ian dressed up as Tingle and would jump from counters screaming, "I'm gay." It's a rough one. It's a rough one. It sucks that these fucking charities get left out in the dust for this. I simply did not watch it. I know a bunch of you didn't. Keem is super serious about his boxing events too. It's not just a clown show with him. Yeah. People keep saying it's a clown show with him, but it's not. It's not. He really does genuinely care, and he's very passionate about it. And anybody who would say otherwise just doesn't take the sport seriously. Like, I respect the work that Keem does. Like, he just does it well. There we go. Killer Keem's still alive, color me surprised. But yeah, he's very passionate about boxing, and I really respect the work that he does. The Danzin cards, the Happy Punch stuff, it's all been really great. And Keem is also the guy who told me that I'm too irrelevant to fight, but yeah, I kind of agree with him now. But I'm going to end the stream. I got shit to do, and I need to go to the bathroom, and I'm holding it in. But y'all have a good evening. I'm going to send you over to the broadcast, which is talking about Trisha Paytas, talking about Colleen Ballinger. So, goodbye.